got to be looking for me. Let's go that close to camouflage at the tent.
I don't know. I hear stuff, but it doesn't sound. Fucking hell! We're out of here. I ain't having that.
Tonight, we look at 6 disturbing camping encounters caught on camera. Real moments, real danger. Don't forget to subscribe for more terrifying footage like this. Let's begin. On May 23, 2025, a UK-based content creator known as English Woodsman, recognized for his straightforward and budget-conscious camping videos, uploaded a new video with a unique premise: to demonstrate that a complete wild camping setup could be done for under $40, using only products sourced from discount shops. What began as a light-hearted challenge would soon take an unexpected and unnerving turn. The location was a quiet stretch of woodland bordering a public field, unassuming, secluded, and similar to spots he often frequented.
So, 3 days ago, I went shopping to a very popular food shop called Farm Foods, and just walking around the supermarket, and I noticed they had a tent for sale. A tent in one of the most popular UK food shops for frozen food. They were selling a tent, a pop-up tent, plus a sleeping bag. I've tapped into it, and that's going around supermarkets and stuff, trying to find budget equipment. Now I've done go outdoors, on bargains, places like that, but to go into Farm Foods and find they're doing a tent and a sleeping bag, well, obviously I had to buy it and get out and do this video, didn't I? Ooh, that falling.
3 days earlier, he'd been browsing a well-known budget food store when he stumbled across a pop-up tent and sleeping bag for sale. Amused by the idea, he decided to build a full camping experience around these unexpected items. After assembling his gear, he explored the area, prepared a simple meal, and even interacted with viewers during a casual live stream. As dusk approached, he noticed a few people meandering along the far side of the open field. Although they didn't engage with him directly, their presence was concerning, especially given the possibility that someone may have recognized the location from his stream. To reduce visibility, he repositioned his camp slightly uphill and out of open view.
Right, I've been laying here for a good hour and a half, and I think I'm going to have to open the tent door and make my presence aware, because it sounds like all them kids are in the woodland just down from here. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that. Just make them aware, but I'm here. Yeah, I think then the opposite side to all this. We'll just keep listening out there. End of the day, camping's camping. I'm gonna laugh doing videos like this, but when you're putting yourself in danger, because when there's 10 of them and 1 of me, I don't care what people say, you're crazily outnumbered, and I ain't falling for any tricks like that. Videos are for YouTube. Safety always comes first, but I'll let you know as it goes on.
But as the evening wore on, the situation became increasingly unsettling. From inside the tent, he began hearing voices and rustling from the trees below. Concerned that local teenagers might be gathering nearby, or worse, had pinpointed his location, he contemplated making his presence known to discourage any approach. "It's not worth risking safety," he said, noting that while these videos are for entertainment, real-world dangers are no joke when you're outnumbered. Later that night, a beam of light suddenly cut through the darkness. Unlike the occasional hiker's flashlight, this one moved slowly and purposefully, scanning the area in broad arcs. It eventually passed over his tent, lingered briefly, and then resumed sweeping the woods.
So I'm trying to sleep, and I always like get a flash of light on the tent. Now, if you look back on the live stream that I did, I showed people a reaction of someone in the, the trees with a torch walking backwards and forwards. I don't know if it's someone who subscribed to my channel who may be local. and he's trying to find out where I am, trying to scare me a little bit, but I've seen the light flash now over my tent area. So we're going to get out and have a little look, see if I can see the light. The problem is my battery is only on 16% because the live stream flattened it. And I'm using my phone as well. But we need to get out and have a look. If I see the torch, I'm going to have to go over and ask him what his problem is, because I'm not having this all night.
Recognizing the pattern, he left the tent cautiously and climbed slightly uphill for a better vantage point. From there, he could clearly see several figures moving quietly among the trees, all carrying flashlights. They didn't speak or acknowledge him. Instead, they methodically walked the perimeter of the forest, as though searching for something or someone. Eventually, the group faded back into the darkness toward the open field. He returned to his tent, unsettled but unharmed. The rest of the night was quiet, but the silence felt loaded, as if waiting for something else to happen.
It's like they're looking for someone. Oh, get down a bit. That must be someone who's seen my live stream, who knows where I am. I need to come this way a little bit. See, light's there now. Got to be looking for me. Let's go that close to camouflage now at tent. Must be. Well, local followers to my channel. And they've come to find me. Right, well, I know it's a little bit poor light, but I'm going to make my way back to the tent. It's only here.
By morning, nothing had been disturbed. His gear remained untouched. Still, the experience and the knowledge that someone had been actively scanning the area with lights left a lasting impression. There are several possible explanations. It might have been a harmless prank by locals who recognized his location from the live stream, or perhaps it was a group coincidentally passing through. But the deliberate movement of the lights and the way they seemed to search specific areas suggests it wasn't just chance. It's also possible that someone had been following his content and wanted to confront him or scare him off. Whatever the reason, the fact remains. Someone was out there, actively looking, in the dead of night, in the middle of nowhere. Was it a fan, a stalker, or something else entirely? Let us know what you think. Was this just bad luck, or a warning to never stream your exact location again? Kat and Andy, the family behind the popular YouTube channel known for documenting their full-time RV lifestyle, typically offer viewers a glimpse into the fun and chaos of life on the move, balancing campsite reviews, daily routines, and the unpredictable nature of traveling with kids. But on April 25th, 2025, their nomadic lifestyle collided with something far more dangerous than a broken generator or a late-night storm. As a severe weather system swept across the Midwest, the family found themselves directly in the path of a rapidly developing tornado in Ohio. The day had begun with tornado watches and warnings in effect, and meteorologists were already tracking large-scale supercells, hail, and flash flooding threats across the Mississippi and Ohio valleys.
Rotation attempting to develop here, right over Centerville.
Right where we
Across these scales.
Holy crap. Should we go to the bathroom?
Huh?
Should we go to the bathroom? If that wind is picking up like minute.
Very dangerous storm is set to bring multiple rounds of severe weather. Multiple rounds of heavy rain will lead to life-threatening flash flooding and major river flooding across parts of the Mississippi Valley and Ohio.
Rain is just starting to drop. We are getting hit in about 45 minutes where our location is in Ohio right now. We really didn't know if this storm was going to be like super significant to our area. It has been confirmed it is. And so we are not wasting any time. We're just getting everything prepared. Gonna start getting ready to go in about 30 minutes. And we're not happy about it.
Initially uncertain whether their area would be hit, the family quickly realized the threat was very real. Within 30 minutes, they were packing essentials, walking the dogs, dressing the kids, and preparing to abandon their RV. Parked at a campground within the danger zone, they made the decision to leave the trailer and take shelter in a nearby hotel, opting for a ground floor room, far safer than staying in a lightweight camper.
It's starting to get pretty dark outside. Your car's locked. All right, let's go somewhere other than an RV.
It's not even technically here yet either.
Oh, no. No, this is far from here.
Well, we have no choice but to go to our safe place because Target closes in an hour and this storm is going to last for 3. The wall of the storm is just like off to our left, and it just looks like just party lights going off. You can just see all the lightning. You can hear just
party lights.
You can hear all the thunder. It just sounds like bombs going off, and we just know that's going to hit in like 15 minutes here. We have 3 tornadoes south of us right now. The closest one is 25 miles.
That'll be nice.
Oh my gosh.
Hear that?
Oh, the wind just picked up so much. Okay, what's the plan? Just get in as quickly as possible?
Hold on, does that sound wind or is it?
I don't know. I think we just need to get the boys in as quickly as possible.
Driving through darkening skies, the urgency only increased as they watched lightning light up the horizon and listened to tornado sirens in the distance. The radar showed multiple tornadic systems forming and moving closer by the minute. Once inside the hotel, the family monitored the situation through local news and online storm trackers. Their former campsite was just miles from reported touchdowns, and the footage coming in from neighboring towns showed widespread destruction, homes flattened, schools damaged, and roads completely submerged. Even while inside, the anxiety didn't ease.
We are safe and sound in a home 2 suites. Right now we're just like on the radar, watching all the different weather forecasters just pop off on all these supercells. There's so many tornadoes on the ground in surrounding states. So we'll see what happens when it comes through Ohio right now. But in the meantime, we are out of our camper. We are in a hotel room, the first floor. We have a box of donuts that Andrew picked up, some coffee, and we're gonna watch the storm roll on through.
Right to us.
We've just kind of watched our neighboring states get wrecked. The forecasters that we watch on YouTube, the tornado warnings are literally 28 active tornado warnings, 12 on top of each other, new ones rolling in. There's active tornadoes on the ground. It's done so much damage to neighborhoods and schools, and I don't think any fatalities have been reported yet. Thank goodness. Definitely a lot of injuries. It's a terrifying storm. We do have a plan. So we have like our bedroom, obviously to get away from the windows. Our bathroom has 2 doors. This one closes, so this is probably like our best bet. We can kind of work with the mattress, putting that on top of ourselves. We have helmets for the boys. So that's the plan right now.
They designated the hotel bathroom as their emergency safe zone, layered it with mattresses, and prepared helmets for the kids in case the situation deteriorated further. Although the tornado eventually passed without striking their exact location, the event left a mark. But the danger wasn't over. Over the next few days, rain continued to pour. 8 to 10 inches were forecast, and their RV park, located near a river and beneath a dam, began to flood. Roads surrounding the campground became submerged, and a new threat emerged: rising water. To make matters worse, the entire family came down with a severe flu-like illness, adding stress to an already tense situation.
All right, so we are back in the camper. It is a couple days after the incident, the tornado that touched down next to us. Terrifying. Unfortunately, for the next few days, we were under a severe flood warning. So just driving around the other day, we discovered that our RV park where we're at, it's literally just surrounded by the rivers. And as we were driving by the rivers, they were literally like hugging the road. They were already so high, and we're next to a dam as well, like right underneath the dam. So we're supposed to get about 8 to 10 inches of rain over the next few days. We're just jumping right into the next severe weather hazard for our area. We're all sick. Oh my gosh. The kids have been throwing up, fever, runny stuffed nose, the whole bit. So bad. I'm starting to get a little bit of like a throat thing. So whatever it is, it's not good. It's really not good.
Back in the camper days later, the family reflected on how close they had come to disaster. The storm was over, but the fear and the vulnerability lingered. Kat and Andy did everything they could. They followed weather reports, evacuated in time, and had an emergency plan. But their experience highlights an important truth. When you live on the road, shelter is temporary, and safety is never guaranteed. The timing of a warning or the direction of a storm can be the difference between getting out in time and getting caught. They were lucky this time, but what about next time? In an RV, there are no basements, and when nature decides to strike, you can't always drive your way out. How prepared would you be if the road suddenly became a trap? Uploaded on May 15, 2025, this unsettling footage comes from Angry Cajun TV, a channel led by veteran investigator Bayou, the founder of BA Paranormal and Research. With over 2 decades of experience, Bayou is known for his no-nonsense approach to supernatural investigations, calling out fakery and chasing down only what he considers truly unexplainable.
Today, we're out on the ranch because, well, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I didn't feel like sitting in the studio watching fake ghost hunter bullshit stuff. I just didn't feel like it. So I grabbed my camera and I came out back. Let's just see what happens.
In this particular video, he takes viewers on an impromptu walk near his home, intending just to check out the woods behind his property. But what begins as a casual visit quickly escalates into a disturbing confrontation. The land includes thick woods and the remnants of an old, partially dismantled cabin, an area rumored to carry residual spiritual energy. Though not a planned investigation, Bayou says he felt compelled to explore that day, noting the strange heaviness in the air as he passed the tree line. Soon, he spots something peculiar. A large tree twisted and pulled down in an unnatural way, far beyond the ability of typical wildlife or weather.
I don't know, this camera you probably can't see it, but right over there's a tree that's about that size that is pulled down and twisted. I heard somebody talking. It's pulled down and twisted, okay? A lot of people would say, oh no, that's something big, it's a Bigfoot. Somebody said it's a UFO. It's not a fucking UFO. There's no portal back here. It's ridiculous. But I'm sure there's something in nature, you know, the wind and rain and shit that would do that, right? I mean, like, there's not some 18-foot tall creature out here grabbing giant trees and twisting them over, is there? I kind of hope so. That's the crazy part.
As he proceeds deeper, strange shadows begin to move across the woods. These aren't flickers of sunlight. They're solid, dark shapes, blocking light as they move from one side of the forest to the other. The area grows unnaturally quiet. No birds, no insects, just silence.
There's something over there. But it feels like I'm surrounded by like shadows. And sometimes it feels like that out here. Sometimes it doesn't. I heard something walking. I don't know. I hear stuff, but it doesn't sound. I swear I just heard get out. I'm not 100% sure.
Bayou mentions the ruined cabin and a supposed spirit named Jimmy, whom he claims to have communicated with before. But today feels different. The atmosphere is heavier, darker. He catches movement, tree limbs swaying when there's no wind, flickering dark shapes caught on camera, and occasional static interference.
Something huge and black popped its head out right there. Anyway, there was a cabin here that was all dilapidated. We tore it down. Supposedly there's a ghost that lives in the torn down cabin named Jimmy. And I keep saying supposedly. No, it's really, like, I've talked to him multiple times. Sometimes he talks, sometimes he doesn't. Right now, there's a really eerie, weird feeling out here.
As he gets closer to the ruins, the energy changes. His dogs react suddenly. He feels a touch on his head, like a presence passing through. Moments later, a clear voice is caught. Get out. Then another. Leave. These are not vague sounds. The words are distinct. Bayou scans the area. There's no one in sight. Despite his confidence and the weapon at his side, Bayou begins to feel boxed in. By shadows, by silence, by something unseen but intelligent. Whatever it is, it appears to be driving him out, forcing him back through the trees toward the edge of the property.
Touching my head. Now I got all the dogs. Now I got the puppies sitting right there. Good boys. Good boys. I don't know why some days are worse than others, but like today, like it's got a weird eerie feeling out here, but at the same time, it's like you're being surrounded by quiet. Like there's just these big black blobs jumping around. And okay, you want to say that's the sun in shadows, but how come it happens when the sun isn't out? Like explain that one, okay? Like, and it happens constantly. They're everywhere.
Eventually, as he breaks into a clearing, the overwhelming pressure begins to ease. The voices stop. The woods return to stillness. There are a few interpretations of what occurred here. It could be residual energy from the old structure, trapped and repeating itself. But the targeted nature of the voices and the strategic appearance of the shadow figures suggest something intelligent, something aware. Whether it was the spirit Bayou calls Jimmy or something else entirely is unclear, but it clearly didn't want him near that cabin. Bayou has explored countless haunted sites. He's been pushed, scratched, and screamed at, but rarely walks away in broad daylight. So what was it about this day, this place, that made even a seasoned investigator retreat? Let us know what you think. Was this a territorial spirit, or something far older and far more dangerous? The Bell Explorers, a British duo known for their laid-back, often humorous approach to ghost hunting, have made a name for themselves blending charm, jokes, and genuine curiosity as they tour haunted sites across the UK. But in their most recent upload, that light-hearted tone quickly vanished. On a visit to Pluckley Woods, located in what many believe is the most haunted village in Britain, their night took a chilling turn.
Right guys, we're here at
Pluckley Woods!
Pluckley Woods. We've come for a little adventure, haven't we?
Yeah, come and see what we can find again.
Yes, let's see what's down here, and we don't feel sketched out at all.
No, I'm quite excited
we feel
tonight, really.
absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So let's do it. Right guys, let's do this, shall we?
Let's go see what we can explore tonight.
What are we going to find tonight?
Oh, hello.
Hello. I've learned how to do it. Look at this, guys.
Car's livened up.
This is my baby.
I'm dropping me fag now.
My absolute baby, this is. Right. Let's get into it. What's going to happen tonight, Joe?
I don't know. Seemed quite lively tonight. The birdies making lots of noise.
Yeah.
At the start of the video, the two arrive at the edge of the forest with their usual enthusiasm. They joke about previous trips, comment on the unusually active birds, and tease each other as they prepare for what seems like just another casual exploration. Known locally as the Screaming Woods, Pluckley has long been a hotspot for supernatural legends, ranging from shadowy figures and unexplained sounds to reports of an oppressive, almost suffocating presence in its depths.
Now guys, we're coming into Pluckley Woods. We haven't got a clue what we're doing. We're complete novices. We're just hoping to find a little something.
Yeah. We've had a couple of experiences up here in the past, haven't we?
Yeah. That was a while ago now. It was nearly a year ago. Something like that.
Yeah, I think it was as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Your birds are noisy tonight.
They are noisy. What are we going to find tonight, guys?
Well, at least it seems a bit dry and firm around the foot as well for a change.
Yeah, it's normally really squelchy.
Up to your armpits in it.
The birds sound a bit funky.
Yeah, no.
As the explorers step further into the woods, their mood begins to shift. Despite their banter, the forest feels unusually still. There are no footsteps from wildlife, no insect hum, only the occasional rustle of their own movements. They comment on the silence, noting how unnaturally quiet everything feels. Once they reach a clearing, they begin recording properly, calling out to any spirits and inviting interaction. What happens next quickly wipes the smiles from their faces.
If there's any spirits present, please knock on a tree, rustle some bushes, or even touch us in a sensible area.
Well, I don't know.
Cooking you tripping over.
I must admit, it's a bit uneven.
So silent tonight. What was that, Joe?
Yeah. That wasn't an animal.
That was
That weren't an animal. It didn't
big,
sound
wasn't
like
it?
Yeah, that sounded big.
They hear movement. Not the rustling of a squirrel or a breeze through leaves, but something bigger, heavy, deliberate. The duo pause, clearly unsettled, scanning the trees. Then it happens.
Whoa. If there's any spirits present, please make that noise again.
What was that?
That was dirty. That was over here.
Yeah, it was definitely over there.
Fucking hell. We're out of here.
I'm going.
I ain't having that. Did you hear that?
Mate, I'm going well for that.
Whoa! Fuck that! Oh my god!
I'm glad it's firm, mine ain't gonna
Oh, I don't know why I'm laughing at. It's dirty, it's still going.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Holy shit!
why do we keep coming back?
I don't know.
A scream. It cuts through the silence. A long, distorted, almost human-sounding cry echoing from deeper within the woods. It's not far away. Not far enough. Panic kicks in. The two freeze briefly, exchange a few shocked words, and then run. They don't investigate. They don't call out again. They just leave. After the video ends, they later share that two loud bangs, possibly gunshots or agricultural bird bangers, sounded through the trees shortly after, followed by a second scream. That confirmed their decision. It was time to get out, and fast. Pluckley has long held a reputation as a place where the boundary between worlds is thin. Whether what they heard was supernatural or something more explainable, it was close, loud, and wrong enough to cause genuine fear. And sometimes, that's enough. When laughter turns to silence and curiosity turns to instinct, it raises a simple question. How close do you let something get before you stop filming and just run? Posted to YouTube on June 13, 2022, this chilling video comes from Indonesian solo adventurer Debbie Pertanti, well known for her explorations of spiritually active and haunted forests throughout Indonesia. In this particular episode, she's joined by fellow horror YouTuber Jelly Official for an overnight stay in a rubber tree plantation, a location with a documented history of violent crimes, disappearances, and lingering spiritual unrest. While the forest isn't remote, its reputation suggests a dark past that overshadows its proximity to civilization.
Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh teman-teman. Balik lagi di channel saya, Debbie Pertanti. Apa kabarnya semua teman-teman? Oke, kali ini saya lagi ada di daerah teman-teman. Tepatnya di salah satu hutan karet teman-teman. Nah, kali ini saya camping nggak sendiri teman-teman. Sebetulnya saya dari tadi lagi nunggu siapa lagi kalau bukan Jelly Official. Tadi saya udah masak, udah makan siang, tapi Bang Jelly belum datang juga teman-teman. Ini udah hampir jam 1 teman-teman. Takutnya nyasar apa gimana. Oke teman-teman, kayaknya saya mau istirahat dulu sambil nungguin Bang Jelly datang. Nanti kita lanjut lagi kalau misalnya Bang Jelly udah datang.
Debbie sets up her camp while waiting for Jelly to arrive, noting an odd atmosphere even before dusk. According to local stories, the forest is tied to two gruesome murder cases, one involving a dismembered victim, the other a concealed burial deep within the trees. These incidents occurred years ago, but many locals claim the spirits connected to them still wander the area. As the sun begins to fade, Debbie comments on an eerie change in the air. The mood feels heavier than usual, as if something is watching.
Tapi kita putuskan untuk langsung dieksplor ya.
Oke.
Karena Kak Debbie ngerasain apa gitu sampai kok pingin cepet-cepet buru-buru explore gitu.
Tadi di dalam tenda pun nggak bisa tidur, Bang Jeli. Gelisah aja, gerusak-gerusuk, gelisah gitu kan. Jadi ya udahlah, lebih baik kita jalan aja.
Ke arah langsung mutilasi itu ya?
Iya, ke arah ini.
Kanan ini?
Iya, karena kan sana arah sungai.
Oke, yuk.
Jadi kita jalan ke sana aja. Bismillah. Oke, kita mulai explore ya teman-teman. Duh, nih semut nih kaki nih.
Aku di depan apa Kak Debbie yang di depan?
Bang Jeli aja lah.
Oke, udah ya. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Oke teman-teman ya, jadi tragedi mutilasinya itu kurang lebih ya di sini. Apaan sih? Oke tadi. Ini ada hewan ini apa namanya, kresek. Kaget aku tuh kagetan Kak. Asli. Jadi ada suara sedikit. Itu udah.
By nightfall, the two begin experiencing subtle disturbances, rustling in the brush without wind, drops in temperature despite their campfire, and a strange pressure in the environment. Restless and unable to sleep, they decide to conduct a light exploration near the river, believed to be the site of one of the original murders.
Astagfirullahaladzim, gue merinding Bang Jeli.
Oh bener Kak.
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Ini suaranya emang di depan yang tadi kata Kak Debbie ada tragedi mutilasi itu.
Ini apa nih? Allahu Akbar.
Ini sini. Suaranya di sini.
Allahu Akbar. Aduh.
Itu suara.
Siapa tuh?
Itu manggilin siapa? Manggil Kak Debbie ya itu ya? Ini manggil Kak Debbie loh, seriusan loh.
Allahu Akbar.
Seriusan loh.
Gue merinding loh, bener tuh, lihat tuh.
Nih lihat nih guys.
Tuh lihat tuh.
Tuh.
Merinding langsung loh. Deg-degan loh gue loh.
Merinding
banget loh.
Bener kan? Itu tadi ngedenger nggak?
Dengar.
Tapi nggak tahu ya ini di kamera kayak gimana ya.
Iya.
Mudah-mudahan sih masuk ya.
As they move deeper into the brush, the noises intensify. Branches snap. Faint voices drift through the trees. And then, laughter. Not loud, not human. The tension escalates rapidly. Then, in a hushed but unmistakable moment,
Ini ada bubu Kak Debbie, tapi kayaknya beberapa hari ini nggak didatangin orang.
Allah, apaan tuh Bang Jeli?
Hah?
Kaki gua.
Ada yang megang?
Iya, kayak disentuh gitu.
Kaki serius?
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Ini dia.
Astagfirullahaladzim. Allahu Akbar.
Allah, pelan-pelan ya.
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Dengerin dulu.
a voice calls out. It speaks Debbie's name, not shouted, but clearly audible from somewhere just ahead in the dark. Their flashlight beams scan the area. No one is there. Then comes the sensation of being touched. They both report feeling invisible hands brush their arms and pull at their clothing. Jelly claims someone grabbed his leg, hard enough to make him stumble. Moments later, one of them sees a shape. A tall, dark figure stands near the tree line, silent, unmoving, before vanishing into thin air. Both freeze, breathless. There's no laughter now, just a heavy, pressing silence. Eventually, they return to camp, rattled and out of breath. But the encounter doesn't end there. Shortly after arriving back, one of them becomes unusually quiet, lethargic, disconnected, not responding normally. It's unclear whether the presence followed them or simply left a trace behind. But the emotional and physical weight of what they experienced lingers. This site is unlike Debbie's usual explorations. This one carries real history. Whether the voice calling her name was a coincidence or something intelligent, it struck a nerve. The feeling of being touched, paired with an unseen presence and that final figure at the tree line, suggests something more than residual energy. They walked into the forest searching for answers, but may have walked out with something else entirely. So what was it that called Debbie by name from the darkness? And more importantly, did it really stay behind? In this chilling episode, posted by A Time to Play TV, paranormal investigator Clayton returns to a location that had already left its mark weeks earlier, the Shadow Cemetery, an isolated burial ground tucked deep in the woods. This time, he's joined by 3 well-known figures in the ghost hunting scene: Patty from the G Team, Stacy of Misguided Road Trips, and Heather from Heather's Hauntings. The goal? To revisit the site where shadowy figures were previously seen moving between the trees, and where both Stacy and Patty reported being physically pushed during their last visit.
First time I came in film, those lights right there, lights. Most time the flashlight on. Those flowers right here moved.
Right back here's where they saw someone. Yeah.
They got a hippie feel with those, but they should feel so comfortable in the woods.
Yeah, I'm looking for footprints.
The group arrives just before dusk, doing a preliminary scan of the area by vehicle. Before even stepping out, they spot something unsettling: a tall figure near the maintenance zone, visible for only a second before vanishing completely. They continue deeper into the site, trekking into the woods on foot. Strange details begin to emerge.
Wow, it's really spooky. It's a weird place for a bunch of trash to be thrown. Right there's the fence of the cemetery, and it's been ripped down right there, where all this trash back here is. Yeah, it's a bunch of trash back here. And the fence is ripped down right there too. Yeah, right here the fence is ripped down.
A section of the cemetery fence has been torn down, and behind it lies a strange pile of debris, random trash and old decorations scattered unnaturally near the tree line. Their dogs begin acting strangely, barking at empty spaces, freezing, and refusing to walk forward.
Hello? Shit, look guys, look. Is that the tree? Oh shit.
Right there, behind
yeah.
the tree.
JT, got my back? Right back here.
JT, did you see that? Why don't you go over there with Clay that way and see if it's not.
Yeah, come with me. Do you need a flashlight? Take my flashlight, I got my camera one. It was right over here. What was that? Yeah. No, I thought it was a tree at first, but it freaking moved. Hello?
Hello?
As the team scans for movement, multiple members report seeing a tall figure near a tree, at first mistaken for part of the trunk until it clearly shifts. They approach the location, flashlights sweeping through the brush. Nothing, but the feeling of being watched doesn't fade. Shortly after, things escalate. Several investigators feel distinct touches, pressures on their shoulders, like fingers briefly pressing and then letting go. Equipment begins malfunctioning. Lights dim and surge, focus drifts, and a backup light flickers out entirely without reason.
Hearing little noises. Yeah.
Right there. God, something just touched me again.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh my God, and this meter just started going off too when you said that.
Where did it touch you at? On my shoulder again, like just like it did last time. It feels like it's like fingerprints trying to grab you.
Oh my God.
Like
Oh my
it's
God.
pulling back.
Oh, okay.
Please do not touch me.
Do not touch her like that.
If you want my attention, you can talk to me, but do not touch me.
One member shouts after feeling something grip their shoulder again, just as it had during the first visit. The energy builds. Whatever's out there isn't hiding. It's engaging. And just when they think it's over, it's not.
Check out Heather's video. We were done filming, we were in the car, and everyone's cameras off was hers because she was doing her exit, and someone came and hit the car hard. So we jumped out and we came running out here looking. I mean, it hit the car hard. She has it on her video. So me and JT jumped out and came running after it. Oh shit.
I chased him over here. Yeah.
It was the same brown figure. Dude, I've never jumped out of a car and ran so fast in my life.
Back at the vehicle filming final thoughts, one of their cameras catches a sharp, unmistakable impact against the side of the car, loud enough to shake the team into immediate action. Clayton and another member leap out to pursue the source. What they see is brief, but disturbing. A fast-moving, brown-colored figure slipping into the woods. The lower part of its body seems to float. No visible feet, just motion. Despite the chase, it's gone in seconds. What sets this case apart is the combination of experiences, visual anomalies, animal reactions, physical contact, and direct interaction with their vehicle. It suggests a highly active location, one where the presence isn't just residual, it responds, it moves, it touches, and more than anything, it follows. They thought they were just observing. But what if something was observing them the entire time? What do you think hit the car? Let us know in the comments, especially if you caught something they didn't. That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.